Hello, dear students. Welcome to the lecture room of Pharmaceutical Chemistry 2. And in Pharmaceutical Chemistry 2, we have started the unit number 1. And the chapter under consideration is anti-tubercular drug. So, if you missed the last lecture, I am suggesting you to go to the description box where the link has been given of the previous lecture. So, you go to the previous lecture for better understanding of current lecture which we are going to talking about. So in previous lecture we have discussed about tuberculosis, that is the introduction about the disease, about its spreading purpose and spreading types, along with its diagnosis, along with its sign and symptoms of active TB patient. So now in continuing the lecture, we are going to study today the very interesting topics and facts about TB, that the types of TB and the control regimen or the treatment regimen of the TB, how we can control or treat the TB patient. According, it has been already guidelined according to the national program or according to the central government. So we are now going to see that. Okay. So starting today's topic, we are going to start with the types of TB. As the TB is tuberculosis, and it has been already established that it has been diagnosed by using blood test or smear test along with the skin TB test, that is also known as Mantox test. So it has been classified into two types. That is, one is the major, that is pulmonary. Pulmonary indicates to lungs, though. So if it has been only infected to the lungs, then it is known as pulmonary TB. As you have known and seen in the last lecture, that the affected area or the area organs affected during TB had been prominent to the lungs. So if the infected is only limited to the lungs area or lungs, that has been classified as pulmonary TB. Whereas in extrapulmonary TB, the organs are different than lungs, like central nervous system, skeletal muscle, GI tract, lymph nodes, or genitourinary tract. So TB can be except of lungs, that can be spreading to these organs also, then we'll classify them as extrapulmonary TB. So among the pulmonary TB, this is also again classified as primary and secondary. Primary pulmonary TB, that means the TB is occurring for the first time, and the test of smear test or the blood test or the Mantox test has been comes positive for the first time. So if the patient is facing the TB for the first time, it is categorized as primary TB. And after completing the course of TB or after the recovery of TB, if the patient is infected again, that is classified as secondary TB. In the treatment, we need to know the some basic points about the treatment. That is, the vaccination is available. Generally, vaccination is available for viral kind of disease, but tuberculosis is a bacterial disease, and for the TB also vaccination is available. That is very popular vaccine is BCG, and full form is known as Bacillus calmette-guerin. So full form of BCG, that comes under the competitive exam or in the viva point of view. This is BCG, that is Bacillus calmette-guerin. So this is the vaccination of TB that has been given to the children of birth or after or up to the 1 year of age, and this is intradermal parenteral route of administration that has been given for the vaccination purpose. And the drug therapy is known as DOTS. This is also very popular. The DOTS full form has been asked, or it's going to be your important question for normal Viva point of view or competitive exam, that is directly observed treatment short courses. Sometimes it is known as DOT. DOT is representative of directly observed treatment, and when it is used as DOTS, that S comes for short course. So that is directly observed treatment, short course therapy, and this generally it is a fixed dose combination of multi drug agent. So if we are we are going to classify the drugs that comes for the treatment of TB, and for the DOTS therapy, that is given to the patient for the duration of for say 4, 6 or 8 months, 9 months or 12 months, that has been fixed by the government of India, or that is also approved by WHO, and this is the multi-drug agent treatment therapy. And there are kind of drugs that has been classified in the anti-TB drugs, that has been first line drugs and second line drugs. And the second line drugs are generally used for MDR TB, that is known as multi-drug resistant TB. So when there is the resistance in the first line drugs, generally second line drugs has been chosen. Now we are going to see the drugs that has been used in TB. So drugs are categorized in two classes that is already discussed, that is first line and second line. So first line drugs are generally in the common form known as HRJDS. H stand for isoniazid, R stands for rifampicin or rifampin, Z stands for pyrazinamide, E stands for ethambutol, and S stands for streptomycin. And second line drugs are generally the antibiotic drugs. The antibiotic may be of different classes, generally kanamycin, amikacin, clarithromycin, azithromycin, ofloxacin, ciprofloxacin, and moxifloxacin. These are kind of drugs that has been used for second line drugs. Now we are going to see the basic difference between these drugs, and in the later on stages we will discuss and study the each individual agent of this first line as well as second line drugs. So under the first line drugs, they are highly efficacious drugs with lower toxicities and more utility. Means they has been used in treatment of tuberculosis in a frequent manner for the management, as well as they are having the lower toxicities. As being as cheap and readily available drugs, they are generally used for treatment in the first kind of. Okay, so they are generally isoniazid, rifampicin, that has been told to you, HRZES. You have to remember the first short form or short form of the drugs that has been popular for this category, that is HRZES. Isoniazid is also known as INH, but for the treatment of TB, it is known as H. So if the drug regimen has been decided, so the name is not listed as isoniazid. It has been listed only by the short form of the drugs, that is HRZES. So you need to remember the short form of the drugs for very frequent use, or the remember the treatment regimen. In second line of drugs, generally they are lower anti-TB efficacy. That means the drugs are having the lower efficacies for the tuberculosis bacteria, that is Mycobacterium tuberculosis. But the first line drugs that has been used for tuberculosis, they are having the high selectivity and high efficacious towards the disease. Under the second line drugs, these are para-amino-salicylic acid, glycosarin, as well as the antibiotics, that is amikacin, kanamycin, azithromycin, clarithromycin, ciprofloxacin, ofloxacin, moxifloxacin is also used. So these are generally class of antibiotics, and these are generally employed for TB patient where the first line drugs are getting failure. So when then the doctors prescribe the higher drugs that is much more toxic than the first line drugs, and less efficacious, but the resistance that has been developed to the first line of drugs can be ruled out by the second line of drugs under the course. So we are talking about the DOTS, that is directly observed treatment short courses. So this is the actual short course or actual things of DOTS that has been the patient categorized in category 1, that has been known as red box, and category 2 that has been discussed as a blue box. And for the patient type, there are, if the sputum comes for the first time positive, that is the positive for Mycobacterium tuberculosis bacteria, then the treatment will be 2HRJD. 2 stands for months, that is 2HRJD means 2 months of. H stands for isoniazid, R rifampicin, Z pyrazinamide, and it is ethambutol. Along with that, if the sputum is for the second time you are using the sputum test and that has been tested negative along with the extrapulmonary TB, in that case we are generally considering the drugs of 4HR, that is 4 months of isoniazid along with rifampin. The total duration of this treatment is 6, that is 2 plus 4 equals to 6 months duration. For the category 2 patient, that is blue box patient, that has been classified according to patient type, that is sputum positive or sputum positive test failure, or that is sputum positive after the completing of treatment. In that case, they are for this type of patient, generally treatment strategies for 8 months course has been completed, and the 8 months course include the 2 months of HRZES, that is the complete first line drug of 2 months, and the 1 month of HRZE where the ACE has been omitted. So and for the 5 months of HRE. Okay, and now the 5 months E and S has been omitted, and the complete duration is for 8 months. 2 plus 1 equals to 3 plus 5 equals to 8. So this is the 8 month course. So this is the 6 month and 8 month course, and the dot is first time used in the 1994, and now that is the dot plus therapy has been used, and this is the much more complicated drug regimen along with the specific time that has been newly amended in the 2010 by Ministry of Health and Family Welfare of Indian government, and that has been their guideline has been produced for the actual and the fixed dose regimen along with the second line drugs, because the days as the days goes by, the type of Mycobacterium tubercular that is getting the resistant towards the first line of drugs. So the treatment strategy is changing day by day, and the new treatment strategy under the DOT is known as DOT plus regimen, or along with that it is also known as new regimen. Okay. So thank you students, thank you for your time for sparing today's lecture, and in the next class we are going to see the each and individual agent of first line drugs along with the second line drugs, but in a very frequent manner. Thank you for your time. So I am getting a little bit slower to understand, make you understand about the disease as well as the treatment option. As you have completed the disease introduction as well as the treatment, for better understanding we will go is a with a very fast speed for the drugs under consideration. Thank you again.